welcome back to Etc. And today we have another Star Wars build tutorial. This time we're doing the Mantis from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and I'm using the original paint job instead of any of the other uh, customizations. So you can change it however you would like, whichever paint job you feel fit, but I'm just gonna do the original for this tutorial. So let's get into it. So the resources that you'll need is a ridiculous amount of light gray concrete, a lot of blue concrete, a substantial amount of iron blocks, or white concrete works, but eh, it's not as great as the iron blocks. And if you're gonna use the iron blocks, you need quite a large iron farm or a small one that you're AFKing at for a ridiculously long time. Some black concrete, some glass, some sea lanterns, quite a few sea lanterns, light blue stained glass, and then dark blue stained glass, and then some redstone components, and then the interior. I'm not really going to include that into this tutorial. This is more of kind of like a show for the interior. So I did my best in showing the interior for, or doing the interior for the Mantis, but like, I'm pretty bad at interior designing. But I did add some cool features like the chairs for the cockpits, and you just press this button and never mind. It shoots arrows of healing or strength, one of the two. The ones with the red trail. So I thought I hooked it up to the other side, but I'll check on that. So I'll show you how to do the redstone for this piston door, but that's going to be it for the interior. Just a run through for the interior. So the cockpit here with the two cockpit chairs, some item frames with sea lanterns, redstone blocks, beacons even, to make it look like the shiny buttons that are all over the cockpit. Here is the holo map, holo table, Zepho, Kashyyyk, Ilum, Dathomir, and Bogana, I believe, the starter planet. The ship has these weird orange arches, if you haven't seen, and yeah, they're basically just like that. So just some plants, because I believe it was Grease who's like Mr. Plant Guy. The little living room area that where Maris sits at for literally the entire time. Little botany stuff. Here's the kitchen table that you can't actually get up to, but flower pots as cups, some suspicious stew, and rabbit meat, which are kind of like the two actual foods that look like, I don't know, something out of Star Wars. The little terrarium thing, got some ferns and other stuff. Here's the wither rose. I chose the wither rose because it's for like the plant from Dathomir. I don't know its name, and I didn't care to search it up. But once 1.16 comes out, I'm on Xbox Bedrock Edition, so there's no snapshots. But once it comes out, the crimson fungus would be really good for this. And then just the little galley area has an item destroyer here, or it was an item destroyer until I ripped it out because I messed it up. But item destroyer, cup, and then on the ship you'll see these. I don't know what they are. I think they're like water dispensers or whatever. Got some thin windows here, and then a skylight. Back here is like the back hallway area. You know what I'm talking about. So here's like the storage cabinet, or no, this is Grease's room, I believe. And then this is Sierra's room. They're not piston doors, there's nothing behind them, it's just absolute nothingness. Whoops. Meant to do that. Wow, I messed this up. I really messed this up. But here is a bit of a piston door, and this would be where the escape pods are, just on the other side. See, is the outside. I was trying to do some kind of cool slime block mechanism thing to shoot you out and as an escape pod, but didn't really work. So here's Cal's room, also known as the engine room, his bed, the lightsaber customization table. The lightsaber just disappeared. But yeah. And then here's his meditation chamber. Wow, I messed that up too. But his meditation little spot where you regain your health and like do all the point stuff. Yeah, that's that. You just got your minecart and then blue wool on top. And then here there's like this little ladder, can go down into the engine room. There's nothing. You can use this as almost a starter base if you're playing, say, on a server or just on your own. It would make a good base in general, and you could use that engine room area as like storage area, and this whole thing would be really cool because it's a luxury yacht, is what I believe it is, and make a really nice starter base. And here in the back there's the little swivelly thing for the fin or whatever it's called, and then the engine, or the engine. I was gonna say propeller, but that's a plane. Just the two engines back here. This time I went with full sea lanterns in the area, and it makes it really nice because the sea lanterns go with the actual blue-ish color. But yeah, so for this tutorial, I'm going to be doing something different, and I'm going to be showing you bits and pieces of the whole thing, but for the majority of it, I'm going to be doing a time-lapse. But, so here, let's just start it off. So we're going to start off with the cockpit, and you're going to want to do 5x5, or not 5x5, just 5 in front, just like so. Remove this row, and then you want to go up diagonally again, and then just consistently do that. So I'm basically only going to show you the main key parts, and then like how to do it, and then I'm just going to time lapse the rest. And then you want to go up once more, and then just like so. And then because the floor is glass also, oddly enough, on the Mantis, which is actually pretty cool in my opinion, makes it like, if you're like, say, because it's a yacht, like if you want to see downwards and whatever's happening, can see it. And it's especially cool when you go into hyperspace, especially in the game. You just can see the like streaks, I guess, down there. So once you got that, just line it up with the gray terracotta. No, not terracotta. I was thinking cyan terracotta and gray concrete. But gray concrete, cyan terracotta would work also really well in this build. But I think the gray is better by a little bit because it just has, it's like, here, the cyan is concrete, terracotta. The cyan is like a little bit too dark, and it just doesn't work as well. It just seems too dark, especially when you use the blue concrete. Everything just seems so dark. And then after that, just like so. And then what you want to do is go up once more, and then just bring it out. just like so. And then do that for all sides. And then here. This is just going to be the basics. This is probably going to be the least amount of actual building you're going to see outside of the time-lapse. And if you're wondering how I'm going to do the time-lapse on the Xbox, well, I'm going to use my phone and basically build on my phone as just my normal account, I guess, and then use the Xbox as almost a camera account. So, I mean, if you're wanting to do a time-lapse also for Bedrock, that's how I would do it, but, I mean, I'm not sure of any other way on how to do a time-lapse for Xbox Bedrock Minecraft. Third-person time-lapse, I should say, not first-person. I should have clarified that, but yeah, it's going to be third-person time-lapse. But, so basically, after you get this literal box built up, what you're going to want to do, or you might want to floor, once you get the literal box built up, what you can do is, so basically, from here, you want to go like that, and then once more downwards, and across 2, and then up 1. This is basically going to be the, like, I guess, aerodynamic-y thing. It's really hard to see what it will look like from just this perspective, but it's going to be the base. And then one other thing to make it look normalish is on the side here, you want to extend this out 3 more. Or, yeah, 3 more. And then just start going inwards. You want to make this too deep. Or, well, you don't have to fill in that part. But, and then you want to go diagonal, yeah. And then do that twice, but vertically. And then just like so, do the diagonal. And make sure it's one before the last, like, stair-ish thing. And just do that twice. And then what you want to do is do that on both sides. But this is where I'm going to cut to the time-lapse and build the rest of the body up. So, see you in a few. liked that time lapse. Hope you liked the music. Wasn't the most exciting time lapse ever, but I just basically built up the body of it, and I cut off the time lapse a little bit early. I didn't make it as long as I wanted it to, so I just added like, I don't know, 10 blocks extra to the end. So this whole thing in length is about 64 blocks long. So if you're going to be building this in survival, you're going to need a hefty amount of light gray concrete and all the other materials, except for like the design materials. Forgot to put or pop those in. But so next what you want to do is get your blocks of iron actually, and basically 2 wide strip all the way down on both sides. So kind of just like this. Won't lengthen it out. It's gonna be for the time lapse. And then in the center, 3 blocks of black concrete, and I put the iron blocks on the wrong side. That's where the blue concrete is supposed to go. So, oh crap. Ignore that. But so blocks of iron here. Start it off right there, and then basically just black concrete all the way down till the very end, and then stop it off about like 5, 6-ish, I think 7-ish blocks from the end, because that's where your wing's gonna go, plus like 1 extra block. So 7, 8 blocks from the end. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like right there you would want to stop it, but that's where the iron would go. So you just extend that out all the way along with the iron blocks, just kind of like that, and then have blue concrete coming down the sides, just like so, and then have it coming down like this on this side. Like, sorry, it was really bad. But on the side, have the blue concrete coming all the way down on both sides. So, kind of like that. Just like this. And you're going to want to stop it at where the fin stops also. But, so just the same as the other side. So, hop into another time lapse, and I'll show you what to do. Okay, that was probably the shortest time lapse you've ever seen, but I realized the 8 block thing was completely untrue, and you're gonna have no space for your fin. So I'm gonna extend this out a few more blocks, but first I want to show you something. So, sorry, words. So you're gonna want to basically build this up just like so, and basically make a 4 high staircase on both sides. So just like this. So just like that, yeah. And then now this is where most of your iron blocks are gonna come in, and basically just kind of like that. You know what? This might be enough space for the fin. Maybe. That's a big maybe. But so basically just line these like so. And yeah, basically do that on both sides. And then I'm gonna show you how to do the fin. So what you're gonna want to do is actually extend this one more. It's gonna be a 5-high staircase, because you only want it 3 wide. Because originally I had mine 5 wide, and that was just horrendous. But so what you're gonna want to do is go up 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then go off to the side once, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then off to the side once. And then once you get to the very top, what you're gonna want to do is just 1 by 1. So just like that, basically. But that's once you get to the top. And you can choose how high you want it to be. But I think on my other one, I did 5 of these 6 layers, or 4. I believe it was 4, and then the staircase. So one more time lapse, and that's going to be the last for the video. So now that we got the fin in, the twirly thing, and I just filled in the back here. We can do the design aspects, but I'm not going to show that on here, because, I mean, just look up a picture of the Mantis, and I can show you on the other one afterwards when I show the interior. But basically, it's very simple design, just throw in the blue concrete. But the next and last things that we want to do is going to be the engines. So basically just make a circle like that, and then, oh wow, I messed that up. I made them way too wide. Kind of just like that, I meant, of course. Yeah, something like that. The bigger your ship is, the bigger your engines. The smaller the ship is, the smaller your engines. This is a relatively smaller version compared to that one, so I can actually get it to fit in the studio. But the bigger the ship is, basically just make your circle bigger. So like, basically self-explanatory. Make it proportional. And then basically you just want to fill them in with sea lanterns, both sides. basically cover that up with the light blue stained glass, because like I said with the headhunter, thermodynamics, the closer you are to the heat, the brighter the color, like blue fire, I guess. And then basically just make little cross shape, I guess, or just make, yeah, the other ones were bigger, but make 2x3, almost like a Lego shape, and those would be your engines. What I didn't do on this one that I did on that one over there was that I did this kind of thing where it would slant inwards, and I'm starting to realize why I did it and why it was on the ship, to make it look good and not make it look like a face. But basically what you want to do for that is indent this one in, and then let's remove this, and basically just bring it down one, like so, and then diagonally downwards, just like that. And all of this would be knocked out, and then there would be a black stripe right next to it, and then yeah, that's how it would be. But I thought I didn't need to do it. Apparently I really needed to. And then last but not least, there is the base or bottom engine, and so want to get it in line with the fin, so very edge to right here. And I'm just gonna show you the basics, and then I'm gonna cut it and show it. So basically go down a few blocks, I think 4, and then to the side, and then downwards. And then right next to that, put blue concrete, and then fill in the rest with gray in the middle. I really hope all of this makes sense to you. Actually, that should be blue. And then down here, once I cut it, I'll show you what it looks like. But afterwards, in the middle, you want your, bring this down a little bit more, a wee bit more, like that, and then down, and then so, just like that, I believe. That don't look right, but I mean, I'm gonna go with it. So kind of just like that, and then really cutting it close to the ground here. The other one was very, very, very close to the ground, and I barely like missed it. I was so happy. This one is gonna barely miss it also. So you want to make this engine smaller than the other two back there. So this is gonna be actually this is gonna be the same size, because otherwise it's gonna look horrible and bad and horrible. So, oh, come on. Basically the cursed portal. If any of you guys know what the cursed nether portal looks like, basically just that shape, kind of ish. Never mind. What I had looked like the cursed portal. Should look like that. And then, Jesus, this is gonna be a long video. But just like that. So just like that. And what you're gonna want to do is extend it out to the very end, and then fill it in with sea lanterns like those ones up there. But here, see you guys in a quick sec. Okay, so I put in the design for the fin. It was really bad. I messed it up, and I finished up the bottom thruster. So what I didn't do was add the iron blocks all the way through here, all the way down here, for like the swingy mechanism thing. And the other thing that I haven't done yet is extend this, which is basically, if you see on the Mantis, it's like the little places where the turbo lasers are at. You know what I'm talking about? Like the shooty boy things. Sorry. Yeah, the they're like kind of the heat shields for them, or to make them more aerodynamic, I guess. But if you're gonna hook them up like I did with the other one with dispensers, with some very simple button redstone, just have them, the dispensers out here, so you could shoot it, because if you have it farther back, it'll get caught on the side here and not get fired out. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Mantis. So, hope you enjoyed, hope you found this tutorial helpful, and comment down below what ship you would like to see next. I didn't get any comments last video, so I did the Mantis. I'm probably not going to get any comments this video, so I have a special ship coming up that correlates with the newest Clone Wars episode. So, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and goodbye.